Well, good morning. It's Leza Live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Happy Monday and happy Veterans Day. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
And shout out to our veterans, especially my pops.
Absolutely, especially your pops. I have a couple grandfathers who served. My uncle served. He's actually buried in Arlington Cemetery. Your father, Drew, served in the Navy.
Yes, correct.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't be where we are today and have the freedoms we have today without
Absolutely.
all of them and all the others. We are a very heavy veteran population here in our area, and we all need to show up today, 11 o'clock, around the Courthouse Plaza to show our appreciation. It's always such a great parade. So many people show up, and I have to assume that feels good to the veterans that show up as well.
I'm just glad they moved it from the VA to downtown because
too.
that was a nightmare.
It was.
Trying to get in and out of there.
The traffic, the
so
parking.
many people.
Yes. It was a good decision by Mayor Kirkendall, I think.
You are correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was Kirkendall. Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, it outgrew
It did.
It outgrew it, and now I mean we're over 100 exhibits.
Yeah.
Again.
Is that right in
Yeah.
the parade? That's
so
amazing.
this is going to be a good parade. So you got to
Yes.
figure at least an hour and a half, maybe more.
Oh, no. I'd say at least 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 2 hours.
Very good. Very good.
That's a good
I remember
parade.
taking my kids down to the VA for the parade when they were little, and them, waving their flags. And it's important. It's really important to show your appreciation, especially if you have the day off today. I mean, the banks are closed and schools are closed, correct?
Correct.
So-
Post office, schools.
Yeah, so it's a good, you have the day off. It takes very little to make an effort to get down there and show up for our veterans.
That's one that's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I know more people that have to work today than don't have to work today. And I used to not be like that.
Right.
Veterans Day is a very important day to me.
It is.
So
It is, absolutely. Well, are you going to show up to the parade?
I'll be downtown. I don't know if I'll make it to the parade.
Yeah, just step out.
I might look out my window and watch it go by.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it happen, you're going to make it happen, right? Yeah, absolutely. And of course, national parks are free today. The
correct.
annual National Veterans Day observance at Arlington National Cemetery will take place at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So what's that? Is that 9 our time? Are they 2 hours?
8 our time.
8 o'clock. Okay, so it's already happened.
Well, excuse me. That was for before we changed, so it'd be 9 our time.
9 our time. Okay. Have you guys been to Arlington National Cemetery?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
It's extremely.
Sobering.
Yeah. It gives me goosebumps now. Just,
Me too.
Yeah, just when you see that many crosses, and you just
Yeah.
it's
It's
hard
my-
to put into words. That's all I can say.
You actually have to go into the center and ask where to find your loved one because there are so many. They have maps. So, you go in, you tell them who you're there to visit, and you can't do it without it. And then they have shuttle buses that'll take you right to it because it is that vast.
Yeah, it's
huge. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, definitely something that everybody should experience.
I don't even know if they're teaching that in school. At least when I was going to school, we had the Tomb of the Unknown. You had to, know about it and talk about it, and you just don't hear that much about it anymore. So
Well, we're talking about it this morning.
that's right.
Yes.
We're patriotic on our variety
That's
show.
right, and we love our veterans.
We certainly do.
I feel a great amount of gratitude, as I know you do too, Maddie.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
We have the highest amount of veterans per capita of any city in the United States.
Is that true?
That is absolutely
I hadn't
true.
heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's over at the VA.
Yes.
That says a lot.
It
It also
certainly does.
says, don't mess around up here. We're
That's
old
right.
and ornery.
I like that. I like that a lot. There's a lot of places for veterans to take advantage of some free stuff today. Of course, IHOP is offering free pancakes. So is Denny's. Duncan is giving service members a free donut for their sacrifice. Starbucks will pour vets a small cup of Joe. Wendy's, TGI Fridays, Buffalo Wild Wings also offering freebies. You need to show an ID, a military ID. But, you can go online and just Google veterans freebies, and there's a whole list of them there. So
They deserve it.
that's kind of fun. I hope they take advantage of that.
You could spend all
Definitely.
day trying to eat. for free.
Right? You just have to map it out, right?
Yeah.
Where you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
go, how you're going to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Well, baby, it's not as cold outside this morning, right?
Yes.
It is nice out.
It was
this morning.
nice out.
Yeah.
We're back to this is what
Our
we
normal
would have,
low.
our normal weather.
Mm-hmm.
And 68 is just a perfect
Yeah.
number. And then, even our lows came back up into the 30s.
Good.
And if you notice, there was no moisture. We had no frost on the windows
Right.
or any of that. So
Much better than the teens. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
we're going to have a little dip tomorrow. We're going to be in the low 60s.
Okay.
And then we go right back into the mid 60s, 65, 66 on Wednesday, and it should be really nice the whole weekend to the weekend. After that,
Who knows?
we'll have to see what happens with Mr. Cada, what he's going to tell us. But
All right.
if you liked yesterday, it's
Yeah.
going to be nice. We're
Great.
very, very fortunate.
Definitely. And everybody had a good weekend, I'm assuming. Mine was full of sports. I mean, all my teams
Good.
won. The Badgers, 9-1.
Amazing.
Number 6 in the state, Johnny Russ just told me.
Yeah.
So playoffs begin on Friday at home. Very exciting. Go Badgers.
Yeah.
So exciting. And then, of course, the Sun Devils over University of Central Florida. That was an awesome game, 35-31. And they didn't have their Scattaboo, their big running back. He was on the sideline. So that was a big win. Kansas City squeaked by Denver. That was a game. Did you watch that one?
I saw part of that game.
Yeah.
But-
16-14.
Yeah.
All came down to a blocked field goal.
Yep.
And the Broncos were up most of the game, which was depressing for us Chiefs fans because we want them to remain undefeated. But it was a great game. Great finish anyway.
Yeah, it was good.
And then the Cardinals.
Yeah, I was gonna say you jumped over the Cardinals.
No,
I mean, our local
no,
boys.
saved
I
How
went
dare you.
in line of the
way it was
the way
played.
they were played.
Yeah.
Yes,
High
yes.
school, college, pro.
Right. And our Cardinals. I mean, 31-6 over the Jets. Aaron Rodgers didn't know what hit him, and that's very exciting.
That game, the score is not indicative. They just got spanked.
Yeah.
I mean, they got spanked. How about Connor? He was
On
knocking
fire.
people over.
Yeah, on fire.
What a brute.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cardinals have won their
Yeah.
last 4 games in a row.
And
Their
they're-
last 5 out of 6 they've won. I mean, yeah, go Cardinals. We're all kind of in shock and awe.
We're waiting for that other shoe to drop.
No, we're not.
No.
You stop.
You shut your
guess-
mouth, Drew.
That's right. You shut your mouth. I guess the rest of their season, they've got some light games, which you can't let up. I mean,
No.
you can't let up. You can't think that way. But they've shown up this season, and that's been exciting. Very exciting. So what did you do all week? And I know you didn't watch football.
Well, first thing, I have to give a shout out to my good buddy Chris Pratt. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Chris.
He's,
Yeah.
like 160 or something. I don't know. He's old.
Yeah, right up there with Drew.
Yeah, next to Drew.
mean.
So I've been very cagey about this. I've been keeping it hidden quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I purchased myself a new toy about 2 months ago.
Yes.
And I've been practicing on it.
It's a motorcycle.
Yes, I got a motorcycle a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it right and go take the class and do all that stuff. And for some reason, the classes here, they have them too far in between. Where if you go to Phoenix, they have one like every day.
Okay,
And
so
it's
it teaches you how to safely.
not an
ride a
introduction.
motorcycle.
It's a way to safely ride it. And then if you pass the final exam at the end of the 2 days of training, you get your license basically. So
Okay.
I go to the DMV, I show them a card, and I have my
Because
motorcycle
you passed?
license.
Did you pass?
I was not to toot my own horn, but I was the best student in class.
Fantastic.
I would
That's our.
expect nothing less.
That's our Maddie.
Well,
Yeah.
there was I was me and one other guy that were battling it out for the best. He had been riding motorcycles for 60 years without a license.
What?
And but the thing is that he and I were talking about it, and the reason why he messed up on the exam in a couple spots was because he had developed bad habits over those 60 years,
Sure.
where I didn't really have any habits.
No. Why, after 60 years, did he decide to get a license?
I
Did
guess-
his wife is like, all right, that's it. You're going.
Maybe just he didn't want to get a risk getting it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten away with it for a long time.
There's got to be something.
you know.
But anyway.
But he was a nice guy. And then there was some young kids. Everyone in my class passed except for technically 3 people.
Wah, wah,
Husband and
wah.
wife on the first day kept dropping the bikes and they just couldn't physically hold it.
Oh my gosh.
And so they were like, yeah, we
You're out.
got to go. They're like, we're going to do the scooter course. So they left on the first
scooter
day.
course.
Yeah. Yep. And they're not big bikes. They're only 250s.
Yeah, okay,
You know,
good.
so compared to the bike I bought, like it's
Yeah.
a toy. Like
Yeah.
I was having fun with
Well,
this thing.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So I missed one little section on the final exam, or else I would have had a perfect score. And it was the section that I wasn't nervous about, and I did perfectly fine. It was the last test. You
Yeah.
fire it up, you go a big turn to the right, and then you get up to 20, and then you hit the brakes, and you go through another turn, and then you come to a stop at cones.
Okay.
He said I didn't get fast enough in the straightaway. I'm like, how
Oh.
did I not get fast enough in the straightaway? Everybody else is in first gear. I was in third before I hit the turn.
Oh,
So
well, maybe that's it.
maybe
you
that's what it
downshifted
was.
too quick.
I downshifted too fast,
Uh-huh,
maybe. I don't
uh-huh,
know. But I missed 5 points because of that one thing. That was
One
it.
thing. Well, I'm proud of you.
Hey,
Good for
you
you.
passed.
That's right. So you're going to get your license.
So, yeah, I got to go get my license.
Well,
Yep.
that's exciting. I'm happy for you. Good job.
Yeah, and anybody that is questioning it, even if you never want to ride a motorcycle ever, I say take at least, hold on, I brought in the
Oh,
pamphlet.
you sure did. Look at him.
The introduction to motorcycling, it's cheap. It's $100. You probably have to do it in the valley, but it'll give you a new way of thinking when it comes to driving.
Right.
Just perspective and looking constantly and turning your heads and all that stuff.
right.
So,
Okay.
anyways, it was Team Arizona. They do classes up here at Findlay Toyota Center, the arena in the parking lot, but they do like one a month maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm proud of you for doing it the right way, aren't you,
Yeah.
Drew? Because Drew's
Absolutely.
he's a veteran in the motorcycle world,
He
racer
is.
and all that stuff. So good for you. I'm glad
it
you
was,
took the class.
It was a lot of fun, and it is not short. It started at 8 o'clock every day, went till 5:30.
And it was all on the bike, or there's some classroom
So
as
you
well?
have 3.5 hours of classroom, then you get a lunch, and then the rest of the day is on the bike. So you're on the bike about 5 or 6 hours. Yeah.
Fabulous.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a blast. I really kind of want to get a smaller little 250 just because how
Yeah.
much I was throwing that thing around.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
Well, I have a little 125 you can ride anytime you want.
I don't think that would support me.
Well,
but
and I
you should do it. I
should
think you
take
would
the
like it.
course,
Yeah.
yes, because God bless Scott Dandos's heart. Yeah, it's hard to train your wife, right? So I got on mine once, and it's scary if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there was people of all skill levels. Like I said, the guy that had been doing it for 60 years, and there were people that literally that was the first time they've touched a motorcycle.
Right. Right.
So
Well, good for you.
don't feel bad. And the instructors they're young guys, but very knowledgeable, very well versed, non-judgy, not confrontational. Just you're here to learn. That's
Yeah.
what they're here to teach you is how to learn. And one of the guys, he does motorcycle training. He's only 28.
Yeah.
He does motorcycle training and he does semi-truck training.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Yeah.
He's
And he rides a lot.
talented.
He's only been riding. He said he's been riding like 5 years.
Yeah.
He puts 15 to 20,000 miles on his bike every year. That's how much he rides.
Wow.
I
That's a
like that
lot.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He could be your buddy.
I like that guy.
Well, I'm glad you did it, and you feel more
Yeah.
confident now, huh?
Yeah, I felt pretty confident before going down there, but now it feels a little bit better. I still don't know if I'm ever going to ride in Phoenix like everybody else
Right.
down there, but
Yeah.
oof,
Yeah.
those highways are a little freaky
It's
to me.
scary just in a car.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great. I went down to the valley as well. It was beautiful down there, beautiful weather. And my sister, after babysitting Bubba for 3 weeks while I was on vacation, she decided to get herself a puppy. So we went and got her little boo-boo.
Boob.
Oh,
And
boo-boo.
he's a little 12-week-old Maltese puppy. So cute. And Bubba is in heaven. Bubba's like, my baby brother Boo-Boo.
I know. I was going to say, you got Boo Boo and Bubba.
I
They
know.
clearly
It's
took it
not-
off of his name. Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But so did that this weekend. Got to see my dad, which was great, and my brother and my sister. So yeah, I had a really great weekend as well.
Did you go to any of the games down there?
I didn't go. I watched TV. Watched it on
Watched
TV.
it on TV.
Yeah, watched it on TV.
I was actually quite warm,
yeah.
to be honest,
To be
because we were
outside.
literally outside for
All
6
day.
hours, so I'm
Yeah.
a little
You
sunburned.
got a little
But-
sun kiss.
Yeah,
You're a
it
little
was,
sun kiss.
It was 80, 82 out. I thought that was
Fabulous.
pretty hot
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. Well,
Well, plus you got your helmet on, you
Right.
got other
Yeah,
stuff. So it's a
long
little-
sleeves, gloves, all that stuff.
and you had a
yeah.
good weekend, Drew.
Absolutely, absolutely. Had a wonderful time. Went to the Matt with Matt Santos and Matt.
Oh, right. You went to the comedy show.
Went to the comedy show.
Out
That
at the
was
Prescott Valley Theater, right?
correct.
And how was it? Did you laugh?
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. There's some funny people in this world.
I know.
The headliner guy, Matt, help me. What was his?
Ron Morley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super funny.
Oh, when he did the thing about the trombone, that was it. I was on the ground. That was hilarious. But
that's fantastic.
it was a good time. We went out, hit Buffalo Wild Wings, went out, had some chow, went over the thing, did the
Nice.
comedy thing. Saturday, kind of hung around the house, did a few things, that kind of stuff. Watched some football on Sunday and barbecued, and that was it.
That's a great
Wonderful.
weekend. What a great weekend.
Really
well,
was.
fantastic. We have a nice week ahead of us, but before we get to what's going on, I need to tell Matt more good news for him.
Yes.
Today is
McRib's back.
Today is Singles Day.
Singles Day.
Yes, a
You know.
celebration of being single.
Every day is Singles Day.
The annual tradition started in China and has turned into one of the biggest shopping days on the planet. Did you know that? It's a day to treat yourself to something special.
I'm gonna go
Singles
get
Day.
another motorcycle.
buy a
then.
new
There you
motorcycle.
go. There you go. And it's held on 11/11 because the date is made up of single numbers. Get it? 1111.
Wow.
So happy Singles Day. And if that wasn't enough, I mean, this is truly Matt's day. It is also National Metal Day.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
today is the day headbangers celebrate the granddaddies of metal like Iron Maiden,
She had to look down.
Motorhead,
Metallica,
Slayer,
Megadeth, Slayer.
Black
Mhm.
Sabbath.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
Maybe,
you know,
maybe for Drew. Maybe for Drew.
maybe if you hit your head into some metal.
The holiday is based on the movie Spinal Tap, since their louder amps went all the way to what?
11.
11.
That's a great flick. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Metal fun fact: Black Sabbath's "Iron Man" is the best-selling metal song of all time, followed by Guns N' Roses' "Welcome to the Jungle" and Metallica's "Master of Puppets." So there you go. Very interesting.
I like it. I like it.
All right, well, I think we hit everything that we need to hit on. Let's take a break. Coming up, we are going to be chatting with three ladies. We have Central Arizona Fire and Medical Authority's Kathy Goodman. She's the Community Relations Manager and Public Information Officer. We've had her on several times. She knows her stuff, I tell you what. From the Prescott Police Department, we have Kaylee Hill, who is the Community Outreach Coordinator, Crime Prevention Specialist, and Social Media Manager. And we have Sarah Townsley from the Yavapai County Office of Emergency Management. She is the Emergency Management Specialist and Public Information Officer as well. So we're going to have a nice conversation coming up after this quick break here on Leza Live. Stay with us. Right now, ladies, I know it can be easy to forget to make your health a priority, especially when you're feeling good, but you got to make that annual Well Woman exam. It's essential for women's health, and Prescott Women's Clinic offers annual exams with whatever else you need, whether it's birth control management, cancer screenings, health screenings provided by board-certified OBGYNs and licensed nurse practitioners. They have 2 locations, making it super convenient, one in Prescott and one in Prescott Valley. Take time to take care of yourself. Give them a call. Make an appointment, 928-778-4300. You can learn more and book that appointment online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. And we're back. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYC. A full house of ladies this morning, which I am just thrilled about. Of course, we'd like to welcome back from CAFMA, Kathy Goodman. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in, and thank you for arranging this wonderful show.
Thanks.
And
Well,
bringing along a couple of other ladies with yourself. We have from the Prescott Police Department, Callie Hill. Good morning, Callie.
Good morning.
You're the Community Outreach Coordinator, Crime Prevention Specialist, and Social Media Manager, which you do a great job because I
Thank
follow
you.
the Prescott Police Department on Facebook, and I love all your posts.
Thank you.
They're fun.
It's
They're
so fun.
informational. Yeah, you do. You both do a great job with that, definitely. And then we also have Sarah Townsley from the Yavapai County Office of Emergency Management. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
for coming in. I appreciate it. Sarah is the Emergency Management Specialist and Public Information Officer, which you all have in common. You are all out there to communicate with the community, with the media, get information out there, and that's what we're going to do this morning.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. So, first of all, let's talk a little bit about your roles as public information officers. It's a big role. I mean, it really connects you, your agencies, to the community.
Yes, absolutely. That is our entire job, is communication with our external and internal customers. And that's not only during emergency incidents, which
Right.
obviously for all three of us here, all three of our agencies is critical, but it's also for all the downtimes in between. We call it the 95% in the PIO world.
Sure.
When everything's calm.
Yeah.
And that's when we need to get prepared.
Right, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your role as a PIO, is what you call it, right? And what got you into this role in these departments?
Well, I think the role of a PIO is essentially just to make sure we get the right information to the right people at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I think, the PIO motto.
Yeah,
I think we had to take a blood oath when we became PIOs to say that.
That's
Right,
right. That's
right.
right. We don't talk about that. That's secret.
What really got me into this is I just love communications. That's what I got my degree in. And I love people and I love our community. And I thought, what better way to get involved with everything is to share information with our community members and make sure that they know the important stuff.
Right. And we're going to share some important information coming up a little later on this hour. Some safety for all the holidays we've got coming up, holidays, season preparedness, and winter safety and other things. But before that, you guys probably all collaborate. I mean, when there's something big going down, all of your agencies are involved. And so let's talk a little bit about the collaboration that you guys have amongst yourselves.
I think you have the most experience, Kathy. So
Oh, I don't. Wow. Just throw me right in it. What's great about all of our communities, because actually we cover, CAFMA covers, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, but PPD's in Prescott. Then emergency management covers the whole county.
Right.
So I think the great thing about working with all of us is we're actually pretty tight-knit when it comes to our agencies. We like each other. We know each other. We're training together. So I think that's one of the things that makes it really great in this area
Sure.
is we're going to collaborate. Well, we have to, but
Right.
also we actually like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like each
and
other.
that's not common. Like when when one of
that
the
right?
chiefs told me that, they're like, yeah, it's not common for fire and police to get along.
not.
And we're like on like jokes together. Like
We
it's-
like hug and
we-
stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's not normal. It's not
No.
normal.
Well, and we've
But-
seen that with in the community when we've had the
Yes.
chiefs on. Of course, we've
Isn't
had
it
Chief
amazing?
Bonnie on, and we've had
Yeah.
Chief Dura on, and of
Yeah.
course
Together,
Chief Freitag when he
even.
was
Yes.
with us. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they all get along. They're all friends, and
Yes.
boy, doesn't that make a difference?
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
Yes.
Not only like I always go back to that training and preparedness piece. Yes, we respond to emergencies, but we have to be prepared to respond to those emergencies.
Right.
And so there is constant training and workshops and exercises going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have real things that happen too, like election day, right? That was
Right.
pretty big. There were some people that were very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Sarah can take this one with emergency management, kind of setting up these, what would you call that? Like a way for us to kind of be together and to keep an eye out and to be prepared, to have messaging prepared,
Mm-hmm.
was such a huge relief
Yeah.
going into that day.
Just communication coordination. It was a huge thing for election day. And, we coordinate on fun videos to bring awareness. Like, I don't know if anybody's seen our Great Shakeout video. That was really fun.
Believe it or not, we can have earthquakes that we feel in this area.
Yes, we did last
Yeah.
year.
We
Yes, I
did
remember
in
that one.
Chino Valley, and
Yeah.
people felt it.
I
and
felt it
yeah.
in my house, and I knew exactly when I felt it, what it was, because it was such
Yes.
a different feel.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
That rolling feel,
Yeah,
kind
that
of.
was eerie.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
eerie,
It
for
was
sure.
crazy.
Well, so emergency management. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
no,
off,
no, that's
Kathy.
okay.
You guys are you're preparing for an emergency. I mean, you're always getting ready just in case, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. We're
Mhm.
always ready, or we always should be ready, and that's one of the biggest thing is spreading that information and making sure people know what are the hazards that face them in their community and
Mhm.
how they can prepare for that. It really does make a difference. You know, we never know when a disaster or an emergency could strike,
Mm-hmm.
and being prepared for it and having that community resilience and strength within our community will just help us recover from anything.
Right. Did we have any emergencies on election day that you can share?
No, no,
not one.
no.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it was
But
great.
you were ready just in case. All of
Always.
you.
And you never know.
All of
Yeah.
you. You
Yeah.
just never know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. I'm glad we didn't have any emergencies that we had to respond to. But I'm sure when you do have an emergency that one of your agencies is responding to, what is your job at that point?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, what is the first thing that you do? I mean, do you alert the public? Do you get the
Yes.
word out so that they, stay away?
Sure. Yes, if they need to
Yes.
stay away, that's number one.
Right.
Sometimes these types of incidents come with evacuations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really lands in the police bucket on that one.
Sure.
But there's always an incident commander in these situations, so that's who we are communicating with as public information officers. We are going to put out what they say is okay to put out as quickly and all of us as consistently as we can, because that's really the key to the emergency, the critical emergency
Mm-hmm.
communication is it's got to be accurate, it's got to be consistent, because
Right.
the whole thing is to build confidence and trust so that they make the right decision at the right time for their family.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we are talking with the PIOs from the Yavapai County Office of Emergency Management, Prescott Police Department, and CAFMA this morning. Kathy, Callie, and Sarah. More with these ladies coming up. If you have a question, give us a call, 928-541-1016. I'm sure you'd be happy to answer any questions that come through, right, ladies?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. More coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, time is precious, especially when it comes to your dental health. That's why Pro Solutions Dental Group is proud to offer same-day dental technologies. Imagine walking in with a dental problem and walking out with a solution all in one visit. Whether you need a restoration, a repair, or a makeover, their skilled team utilizes advanced techniques to streamline your dental care. No more waiting around or making multiple trips. You can get the smile you deserve today with Pro Solutions Dental Group. Call now and discover the convenience of same-day dentistry. 928-776-1208 or online at PrescottDentist.com. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. Thank you for joining us this morning. In studio with me from CAFMA, I have the Community Relations Manager and Public Information Officer, Kathy Goodman. From the Prescott Police Department, we have Callie Hill, the Community Outreach Coordinator, Crime Prevention Specialist, and Social Media Manager. And from the Yavapai County of Emergency Management, we have Sarah Townsley, an Emergency Management Specialist and another Public Information Officer. And we're going to talk with you, Sarah, about the new emergency evacuation software that we just purchased and are implementing here. It's called Genesis. Yeah. Can you explain what Genesis is?
Absolutely. So Genesis Protect is a emergency evacuation zone software that the county purchased for all the unincorporated areas of Yavapai County. And luckily, some other towns and cities have followed suit in purchasing that. So we actually hope to be the first county in Arizona to have evacuation zones all throughout the county. Yeah.
Fabulous.
We're really excited. So it's a super easy program. You just go to the website, which is protect.genesis, and it's spelled a little funny. It's GENASYS.com. And you just go in there, you search your address, and it'll tell you what your zone is. There are no email accounts needed, no passwords needed. It's a very, very easily accessible platform.
Okay.
And we wanted it to be that way because we know everyone's sick of,
right.
Remember your password.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to have an account.
Exactly.
And so basically you want people to go to that website, put in their address, find out what zone they are, because if in case of an emergency, in case of an evacuation, they need to know that. They need to know what zone in case your zone comes up.
Absolutely. And it streamlines the evacuation process on both ends, for the responders who are making those decisions to put those people in an evacuation status, and also for the evacuees. It's no more going and looking and being like, oh, am I in the shape that this is?
What
is
are the
this
cross
my road?
streets?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right, exactly.
It's just one very simple thing. You go, yep, that's my zone. And so for anyone in the unincorporated areas of Yavapai County, your zone will be YCU dash and then 4 numbers. So like YCU 1234. And that's your zone.
Fabulous.
And so we encourage people to write that down, take a picture of it on your phone, put it on a sticky note on your refrigerator.
Right.
Tell your kids.
Exactly. So
Tell
you
your
know
neighbors.
what
Yeah.
your zone is, just in case.
Absolutely.
Yes. What a great tool to be used to alert people if something is coming up that they need to be aware of. Which areas are using Genesis?
So the city of Prescott, the city of Cottonwood, unincorporated areas of Yavapai County. So think like Kirkland, Paulden, Yarnell, the town of Chino Valley, the town of Jerome, the town of Clarkdale, the town of Dewey Humboldt, the town of Camp Verde. They have all acquired the Genesis Protect platform.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Did you say Prescott Valley as well?
I believe that they are possibly working on it.
Okay.
We're hoping to peer pressure them into
Come
it.
on, Prescott Valley, get on board. It just makes sense that everybody is involved, right?
Exactly.
In our county.
I have faith that they will.
Okay, very good. So it says a brief walkthrough of how community members can find their evacuation zone. You've already told us how to do that very simply. I'll do it during the break.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I can attest to how easy it is. And like you had mentioned, I mean, it's all about preparedness.
Yeah.
So don't
absolutely.
wait until there's an emergency to find out what your zone is. Wouldn't you all agree to that?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
You could be using that time to gather important materials in your home as opposed to trying to figure out if it's you that's evacuating.
Exactly. What else is on that website? The protect.genesis.com.
There's a map, and you can see when there is an emergency. There will be road closures in there, roadblocks, emergency shelter locations for
Okay.
people and animals. So it's very, like I said, very easily accessible platform for everyone. And
great
there's also
resource.
there's also an app if people want to download it and have it on their phone.
Okay.
And you can actually follow your zone and get notifications for if something changes.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I've done it. I have it on my personal and my work phone.
Yeah. Have you had any notifications yet?
I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is a great
And then
tip.
also in non-emergencies, the city of Prescott has utilized utilized it for Halloween when we shut down Mount Vernon.
Sure.
That's also just a great way to have open communication to our community. as
That's
well.
great. Coming in this morning, the parade route was
Yeah.
blocked off.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I need to tell people, which I forgot to tell you all. That the parade route is so I had to go, detour,
right.
but that would probably something that might come up on your
Exactly.
app
Mhm.
to just
Exactly.
let you know, plan a little earlier,
by the
Leza,
way.
to get
Yes.
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very cool. So let's talk about evacuation preparedness. I'm sure you have
Yeah.
tips for us because you are all in the communication biz.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Ready, Set, Go program.
Yeah, Ready, Set, Go is actually the all hazards evacuation saying, if you will, that has been adopted by all of the sheriffs in Arizona.
Mhm.
So in Yavapai County,
I feel like we should all say it together.
yeah.
Okay,
Ready?
ready? Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yavapai
Yavapai
County,
County,
we're always on ready.
It makes sense. We should all be ready to go.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should always be
Yes.
prepared to know the hazards that can threaten your community
Mhm.
and know what you should be doing to prepare for that or how you can be prepared for that just in
Mhm.
case. So in Yavapai County, residents will only see notifications for set and go.
Okay, because they assume that you're already ready.
Yep.
Already ready.
Right, right. And how can we be ready?
You can be ready by knowing the hazards that face your community or
Mhm.
your home or your neighborhood. You can pack an emergency kit. That's a big thing that we
Mhm.
harp on. Have an emergency kit for your home. Have an emergency kit for your car. Don't forget to include your pets or any special needs or considerations that might be impactful to your family.
Sure.
There's so many things that you can be ready for. And
Mhm.
if you want to know more tips, you can go to yavapaiready.gov/prepare.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Another great resource to get yourself ready if you're not already. I was evacuated during the Indian fire, so long ago. I had little kids. It was very scary.
I bet.
It was really, really scary, and I was not ready, but I am ready now. So
Good, good.
yes, I
Yeah.
mean, it don't wait until you have to be in a situation like that to get yourself ready.
Right.
I learned so much about having things in one spot, having your documents, your medications.
Yes.
We grabbed the dirty clothes somebody after the fact, because I'm telling the kids, pack. They're little. They're 3 and 5.
Oh,
pack
wow.
what you need. They don't know.
They don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Grab the dirty clothes. That's what you wear.
Yeah.
In that situation. So very good. Let's all plan to be ready.
Yes.
Just in
Yes.
case. That's
Yes,
good. All right, we
please.
have to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about winter safety. It showed up last week, and we're
Oh
gonna
my
take a-
gosh.
it's going to feel a little bit like fall, I guess, this week. from
Yesterday
what
was
Drew
beautiful,
says.
though.
Yes.
I do have to say.
Yes, it's going to
Yes.
be a beautiful week, but then
Yes.
it's gonna come back. We're going to be cold, and
I
we've
think
got
we're going to have a cold winter.
Yes, I have a
I
feeling.
think so too.
Hot
think we
summers,
are.
cold winters. So we're going to talk about winter safety coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. So I encourage all of you ladies to head on down to the Artful Eye Jewelers if you haven't already. Middle of Whiskey Road, downtown Prescott, and add jewelry to your wishes and dreams list. This is a really cool thing. It's basically your wish list for if somebody wants to buy you something special. Try on all the jewelry, put your favorites on your list, making it so simple for gift giving for your loved ones, and you get what you really want for the holidays. You can sign up and add stuff to your list until November 16th and be entered into a $1,000 shopping spree at the Artful Eye Jewelers. Super easy. Like I said, just add some jewelry and you'll be entered in. They're going to draw the big winner coming up on November 16th. So you have another week left to do it if you haven't done it already. That's at the Artful Eye Jewelers, Middle Whiskey Road, downtown Prescott. Thank you for listening to Leza Live this morning on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. We have the PIO officers from CAFMA, Prescott Police, and the Yavapai County Office of Emergency Management this morning. And I want to say I just downloaded the Genesis app, and I entered in my location, and my zone status is normal.
Woo! That's always good to
Yes.
hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool app. I highly recommend everybody get it. Allow the notifications. And like you said, when it's down, when there's nothing going on, it doesn't bug you.
No, you're not getting a lot of messages about crazy stuff. It is
Right.
only if there is something going on that you need to know
You
about
need
for
to know.
safety.
Okay, very good. Speaking of safety, let's talk winter safety. Let's start with fire safety, CAFMA. Kathy Goodman.
I could go on and on and
Oh,
on
I
about fire
know.
safety.
I bet.
I'll try to keep it quick, though.
Okay.
We always recommend you have your fireplace serviced by a certified company at least once a year. Your wood burning chimney needs to be cleaned at least twice
Tell
a year.
us why.
They can cause fires, all the gunk, all the buildup. You may not even have any clue. You're just going like normal. There's also a carbon monoxide component that you don't want to get into, which is what leads me into, please test your carbon monoxide detectors and your smoke alarms. They may be combined, they may be separate. Once a month.
Right.
Set an alarm on your phone or put it on your fridge, but fires are burning hotter. They're burning faster. It's because of all the synthetic materials and furnishings and interior design. And so you have, I think they're saying you have, after your smoke alarm goes off, maybe 2 minutes to get out.
That is
2 minutes.
unbelievable.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
test those alarms, because think what would happen if that didn't go off.
Yes.
And then your time is
Yeah.
very limited. We also ask, like we always do, test your fire escape plan at least twice a year and make it as realistic as possible. If you have to set that alarm off on your kids, if you feel comfortable doing that, so that you can, they actually have to go through it. Actually, quick story, our smoke alarm went off in the middle of the night, and I was terrified because our son is 10, and we've talked, I mean, I work for the fire department,
Sure.
right? We've talked about fire
Sure.
safety. So I go running out of my room, completely ignoring all fire safety.
Right.
Because I want to make sure he's okay. He's already almost out the door. Like, he followed every single fire,
Right.
thinking it
But
was a
you
real
didn't.
fire.
Yes.
No, I didn't tell him that, though.
Right.
I was like, no, Mom did all the stuff you did. Yeah, no, fire safety. Thankfully, it was a false alarm. I think some dust had gotten, which is why you have to keep them clean, too.
Right.
But as realistic as possible, I can't tell you how comfortable I feel now with my son having gone.
Yes.
I watched him go
Good
through
job,
it and
Mom.
do
Yes.
Right?
Good job.
Yes.
But I have so much peace of mind now because essentially we did a fire drill.
Yeah.
And it went great. So twice a year at least.
Okay,
Have
that's
that plan in place.
that's good advice. Let's talk about winter weather driving, Callie.
Yes.
It's
driving.
different, right?
Driving is Prescott's favorite topic.
Yes.
And I am saying that
In all
sarcastic.
aspects.
In all aspects, yes, absolutely. And I know they seem silly, but honestly, know what the weather is in the area. Understand that Prescott downtown is always going to be icy in the snow, even in the cold rain.
Right.
It gets icy. It gets terrible. Our narrow roads downtown. First things first, know your vehicle's capability. I think that's something people overlook, that even if you're a young age or you're a little older and you have a car, you think it's four-wheel drive or you think it's front-wheel drive and you think you could manage the snowstorm.
Right.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't
Yes.
happen. Slow down. Increase your braking length time. I think I
Yes.
said that backwards, but
That's good. That's
yes,
good.
make sure that your vehicle is maintained. Having windshield wipers, monsoon season, everybody runs to AutoZone at the same time on the first day because
Yes.
we all forget about it.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
important when your windshield's frosted or you have ice. You don't want to deal with that in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yes,
for
it's
sure.
good to be prepared. Think ahead. The slowing down is the best thing. I mean, I remind my
Yes.
husband every time I
Yes.
drive with him to
Right.
slow down.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your
And-
job.
And give yourself some space between you and the car.
because
in
you don't
front
know
of
what's
you.
under the snow in the road if you're going to hit
Right.
ice. And understand that we are a senior community, so they are going to drive slow regardless.
Right.
Left lane driving is another topic that we can talk
Yes.
about on a different day. However, just understanding that, because if you are going to speed around in that left lane, that's not, you can't pass your snow plows, and understanding that you need to be patient with them on the road.
Right.
Because I've worked dispatch for 5 years. We get reckless drivers calls with snow plows, and just slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Right.
safest.
They're doing their
it's the safest
job.
thing.
Don't go around them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to back on Sarah's point of being prepared, your vehicle preparedness kit is very important, especially in the snow. If we have a severe snowstorm and you're driving, and the last point that that I'll make is just stay home.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, just
Right.
stay home.
Right.
I promise.
There's
just stay
nothing
home.
you have to do.
Correct. Because what people may not see is if we have a major snowstorm, we only have so many tow companies in our area.
Mm-hmm.
It's your responsibility. It's not the police department. It's
Right.
your responsibility to get your vehicle towed. As long as you're not in an accident, we'll take care of you then.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just stuck, you slide out, or you're on the side of the road or in a ditch, that's your own responsibility. That's a lot to take on,
Sure.
especially if you don't have blankets or water. If
Right.
you have kids in the car,
That's another
that
thing.
you have to be prepared.
Right, right. The preparedness thing is so key. I had friends in high school, 2 girls that in a snowstorm got on the wrong road, were stuck out there, and they lost their legs.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
amputated because of
Yep.
with a frostbite. And so, being
Wow.
prepared and
Yeah.
staying home during those snowstorms.
Yes, it's just not worth
Key,
it.
absolutely. Did you hear that, Matt? Matt's a he's a 4x4. He loves to go out in the elements.
In my previous life, I had to go out in the snowstorms
Yeah.
because
Yes.
of what I used
Right.
to do for a living.
Right.
So
Yeah,
now I'm good. I stay
good,
home.
Exactly.
fabulous.
Well,
All
and
right. Oh, go ahead.
no.
I was just going to say, to be super clear, Prescott Police Department, if you need them, they're going to respond. If you need
Yes.
CAFMA, Prescott
Of
Fire,
course.
they're going to be there, but
Absolutely.
we would rather not.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
You
there are
know,
some, if
like,
you've
we'd
got
rather not.
a minor situation, they might be dealing with a serious situation. I mean, yeah,
Right.
We just want you to be safe.
absolutely. Bottom line. All right, more with these ladies coming up here on Leza Live. Stay with us. And we're back. We appreciate you spending some time with us on a Monday morning. It's Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM, KYCA. Kathy Goodman, Callie Hill, and Sarah Townsley all in this morning. We're talking about just emergency preparedness, holiday safety, winter driving safety. The holidays are here.
They're
And
here.
Yeah, hot,
Whether you like it or not.
hot and
No,
heavy,
stop.
right?
I'm not gonna lie. I put my Christmas tree
I
up
saw that.
already.
I
God
did
bless
see
you.
No,
I'm
no,
so-
like other decorations. Just
Yeah.
the tree, just the lights,
It's
just
gorgeous.
the ambiance.
Isn't
I
it
bet
nice,
joy.
though?
It's
Yes,
joy.
it is joy,
It's
pure joy.
Pure joy.
And with the holidays comes some reasons to make sure that things
little
are
bit, yeah.
secure and things you need to think about.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially if you're going to be gone for the holiday season, you want to make
Mhm.
sure your vehicles and or house, everything is secured. So if you're going to be gone, his little plug in that they'll put in there for, I'm also the block watch coordinator for our department. So if you have
Okay.
a block watch, contact your block watch captain.
Okay.
Let them know that you're going to be gone. What better defense for you in your house. If you're
Right.
going to be gone, your neighbors can look out for you.
Sure.
Number one, gather your mail or your newspaper, put them on hold, leave some lights on, secure your dog door, those kind of simple things. The other thing is prompt package pickup. Everybody uses Amazon, 2-day free shipping. Hello.
We love it.
We love it.
It's
However,
like Christmas every day.
so do random people that want to steal your packages.
Right.
So just, if you're going to be gone for the weekend, have a neighbor pick them up. We don't
Yes.
want you to lose your
Yeah, no-
precious cargo.
Right. Don't leave
Yeah.
any signs that you're not home.
Correct.
Yeah,
exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and a good one. Not posting that you're leaving and that you're gone.
Yes.
You see so many people. They're like, oh, we'll be gone for 3 weeks on this great vacation,
yeah.
and
Oh,
it's
my
like you're
Lord.
basically
Which is
telling-
fantastic, but you're advertising.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That you're
exactly.
going to be gone.
That's
Absolutely.
that's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a great point. We also have a program called our House Watch program. So if you live in Prescott, you can call our records department and set it up. We have our volunteers, our COPs, that will go out and verify your home is secure still. If anything happens, we've actually had it where like water lines have broke
Oh wow.
while the homeowners are out.
Sure.
So we have contact. Nightmare. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? But we have certain contacts. We have their emergency contact, or we just let them know, hey, this is going on.
What a great service.
And it's free.
yes.
It's free.
You do that on the website.
Yeah, on the website, or call into our records
Okay.
department or come into our station.
You know what? We are 30 seconds. There's just so much information.
There's so much.
Let's schedule another show for fire safety in the holidays.
I would love
Because
that.
there's so many things that we do that we're all guilty of that we need to be reminded of. So, Kathy, let's do that.
Sure.
Have another show detailing fire safety.
Yes,
I want
so
to
much.
thank you all for coming in this morning
Thank
and
you for
sharing the
having us.
tips.
Yes, thank you.
Reach out because this is important. I mean, we live kind of in a little tinderbox, and we're a tight knit community, and we're all looking out for each other. So all this preparedness is good stuff for us to be reminded of all the time.
Yes.
So y'all keep up the good work, okay?
Yes.
Thank
Be
you.
safe
Thank
out
you
there.
for
All right.
bringing us.
Fabulous. Thank you for listening. We'll see you down at the parade to honor our veterans coming up at 11, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great one.